You've probably decluttered your home. Maybe you've cleared out old clothes, old furniture, things that no longer fit your life. But here's what most people never touch: the clutter inside, the attachments, the identities, the relationships that quietly drain you. That weight doesn't sit on a shelf. It lives in your nervous system. And in 2026, that's exactly what we're redesigning. I want to walk you through 3 specific practices to help you let go of what's holding you back and discover what the ancient teachers always knew: that letting go is not how you lose, it's how you receive. Practice 1. Digital detox as sacred space. Let's start with the most immediate source of noise in your life right now: your phone. Think about what happens the moment you wake up. Before your eyes fully adjust to the light, before your nervous system has even settled into the morning, your hand reaches for the screen. And within seconds, you are already absorbing other people's urgency, other people's opinions, other people's highlight reels. And somewhere underneath all of that, a quiet voice, your own guidance, gets buried. This is what digital noise does. It doesn't just distract you, it disconnects you from yourself. In Zen philosophy, there's a beautiful concept called beginner's mind, Shoshin. It's the idea that when the mind is empty, it is open. When it's already full, there's no room for anything new to come in. That includes guidance. That includes clarity. That includes the quiet nudges from your deeper self that are trying to reach you. But when you are constantly scrolling, you are constantly wanting. You are feeding a loop of comparison and lack. And that loop has a vibration, a low, restless, searching energy that makes it very hard to receive anything aligned. So the practice here is simple. Give yourself a daily window of digital silence. It doesn't have to be long. You're not deleting your apps or throwing your phone into a river. You're simply choosing one window each day. Maybe the first 30 minutes of your morning, or the hour before you sleep, where the screen stays down and the silence stays up. And to anchor that window, try this. Before you pick up your phone for the first time each day, pause. Place both feet on the floor. Close your eyes. Take one slow, full breath in through your nose. Hold it gently at the top, and release it through your mouth. That's it. One breath. One moment of choosing stillness before the noise. It sounds small, but that single habit is a declaration. It says, I come first. My inner signal matters. My peace is worth protecting. When you create that space consistently, something starts to shift. The outer noise gets quieter. And in that quiet, you begin to hear something you may have been missing: your own inner signal. Which brings us to the second practice. Practice 2. Letting go of resentment and past mistakes. Now we go a little deeper, because there is a kind of clutter that has nothing to do with your phone, your calendar, or your home. It lives inside your chest. It's the weight of old hurts, the replaying of moments you wish had gone differently, the quiet ache of something or someone you haven't fully forgiven. Maybe that someone is you. This is emotional clutter. and it is heavy in a way that physical clutter never is. Here's what resentment actually does to your energy. When you hold on to a hurt, you are not just carrying a memory. You are carrying the emotional charge of that moment, over and over again. Every time it surfaces, your body responds as if it's happening right now. Your chest tightens. Your breath gets shallow. Your whole system contracts. That contraction has a vibration. Ancient wisdom teachers and modern science agree on this. A body that is holding on to old pain cannot receive new good. It's like trying to pour water into a cup that is already full of something else. And here's the part that often surprises people. Resentment doesn't punish the person who hurt you. It punishes you. It keeps you tied, energetically, to the very thing you most want to move past. Forgiveness is not a gift you give them. It's a door you open for yourself. This is where radical forgiveness comes in. Not the kind that says, "What happened was fine." It wasn't. But the kind that says, "I am no longer willing to carry this. I choose my peace over my pain." The same applies to past mistakes. The version of you that made that choice, said that thing, stayed too long. They were doing the best they could with what they knew. You are not that version anymore, and you do not have to keep punishing someone who no longer exists. So here is the practice. Take a quiet moment, just a few minutes, and gently bring to mind something you have been holding. A resentment, a regret, a moment you have replayed too many times. Don't push it away. Just let it be there, softly. Now place one hand on your heart. Take a slow breath in, and as you breathe out, say quietly, out loud if you can, "I release the weight of what was. I release the version of me that held it. I allow what is." You may need to do this more than once. That is okay. Forgiveness is not always a single moment. Sometimes it is a practice you return to, gently, until the weight finally lifts. But each time you do it, something softens. The emotional clutter begins to clear. And in that cleared space, your energy shifts from the vibration of lack, of grievance, of what was taken, to the vibration of openness, of trust, of someone who is finally free to receive. And that takes us to the third practice. Practice 3, releasing draining relationships. Now, this one asks the most of you, because it's personal. There are people in your life who, when you think of them, leave you feeling smaller. Not because they are bad people, but because the connection is rooted in an old version of you, a version that no longer fits who you are becoming. And somewhere inside, you already know this. But you hold on, because letting go feels like abandonment. It feels like giving up. It feels, sometimes, like loss. Here's the difference worth sitting with. There is holding on from love, and there is holding on from fear. Love says, "I cherish what we've had, and I trust what's true between us." Fear says, "I can't let this go because I don't know what comes after." One is an open hand. The other is a grip. In Japanese aesthetics, there's a concept called ma, the idea of negative space. It's the understanding that what you remove is just as important as what you keep. A room needs emptiness to breathe. A song needs silence between its notes. and your life needs space for the connections that truly belong. Releasing a draining relationship doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop carrying. You stop performing. You stop shrinking yourself to make room for someone else's comfort. And when you release that grip, something opens. That is the detachment paradox in its most human form. You don't lose by letting go. You make room. The practice here is gratitude journaling. Not to pretend everything was good, but to find what was real, what you learned, and what you are ready to release with peace instead of resentment. Take a moment with this. Think of someone or something you've been holding on to too tightly. Now imagine you are standing at the edge of still water at night. You are holding a small paper lantern. Inside that lantern, you place everything you are ready to release. The hurt, the expectation, the version of yourself that needed things to be different. And gently, you set it on the water. You watch it drift. You don't chase it. You just watch it carry that weight away, slowly, until it becomes a small light in the distance. You are not losing anything that was truly yours. You are simply making space for what is. This is the detachment paradox. You don't receive by gripping tighter. You receive by opening your hands. If this resonated with you, there is a gratitude meditation on this channel that I've linked below that takes you even deeper into this practice. It is a gentle way to continue the release work we touched on today, softening resentment, honoring what was, and opening to what is. If this video helped, please like it and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.